Okay, nice, short, sweet video today, touching on some of these week 4 teams. Not the most exciting matchups, but I want to talk about 5 matchups that I'm looking forward to. The first 4 are teams that I'm excited to kind of figure out who they are, if their wins are legit, if their losses are legit, and things like that. Let's just jump right into it. Let's kind of like break apart some of the pack, if you will, here. All right, so I talked about 4 matchups that I'm most excited for to figure out who some teams are. I'm going to start with the Indianapolis Colts, heading to Chicago to take on now the official Nick Foles-led Bears. Starting on the Colts side of things, they went all in on this offseason, getting Phillip Rivers, getting DeForest Buckner. They have great pieces on both sides of the ball, but I still don't know if I believe in this team. So I'm going to need to see more, I think. I think that's pretty much where I am with this Colts team. And then on the Bears side of things, they're undefeated. Are they a true undefeated team? Now Nick Foles gets to show us what he's got with the team for an entire season. We obviously saw what he was capable of in Philly, got hurt down in Jacksonville, but rallied that comeback last week versus the Falcons. So I'm looking forward to him being able to truly carry a full team. His story has been so interesting to follow. Neither of these teams have notable wins to me. I'm not a big believer in either of these teams' wins. I want to see more. I do have the Colts winning this one, but I think it could go either way. The next matchup I'm looking forward to, the New Orleans Saints heading to Detroit to take on the Lions. This is a must-win game for New Orleans, for sure. It's just been a little up and down already to start the season. We don't have enough to be able to determine they're not it this year, and they should be. They always have a stacked roster. I have no excuses for this team. I wonder what Sean Payton's got up his sleeve. I'm curious what's going to happen with the potential decline in Drew Brees' arm for the rest of the season. But yeah, this is a absolute must win. I think people are going to start writing them off if they lose this game. And then as far as Detroit, I like Matt Stafford. I was excited for his comeback, so this will be a good game to be able to show what they've got for this season. I do have New Orleans winning this, mainly because I hope they do. I hope they live up to the hype that we're always putting on them. The next matchups I've got, Pittsburgh heading to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Another one of those matchups that I don't believe in either of these teams. Their wins don't really tell me much. I actually don't think I'm going to come away from this game much more confident in either opponent, but I just hope it's more film to get an idea of who they are so that I can, by week 7, I'm hoping, figure out who I think that these guys are. Obviously, everybody always believes in the Steelers. I feel like I'm actually usually kind of low on them. So hopefully they bring me something that I can believe in. And I like Ryan Tannehill. I say that often. I don't know what it is about him because I don't think that there's something like super sparkly about him as a quarterback, but I really, really do like him. And I hope that this Titans team can kind of rally again and show us some of what they showed us last season. I do have Pittsburgh winning this. I have Pittsburgh winning this. But again, I think it could go either way. The next matchup I am most excited for, Houston going to Minnesota. This is the battle of the 2 0-3 teams that I don't think before this season any of us could have expected them being 0-3. I'm giving the advantage and the win to Houston in this one though, because they faced tougher opponents, like probably some of the toughest opponents in the AFC. So their 0-3 means a little bit, it feels a little faker than the Minnesota 0-3. That's what is happening. What is happening? So I've got Houston winning this one. Minnesota is just figuring it out apparently this year. And finally, I think this is the matchup we're all looking forward to this week. This probably is America's Game of the Week. New England heads to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. These Chiefs look absolutely unstoppable right now. But if anybody in the NFL can have a team's number, I think it's Bill Belichick. I'm very curious what we're going to see of this. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been able to beat the Patriots so far since he's been in the league, so this could be a big game for him. All eyes on this. If the Chiefs can take this one, I mean, they just have a perfectly paved, looks like 0-16 path back to the Super Bowl. I'm very curious how this is going to pan out. That is it, guys. Short, sweet, to the point today. On one of these sides, I'll have my picks for the rest of the games. None of these matchups are super shiny, but I think we'll kind of get a better feel for who these middle of the pack teams are, and that's really exciting. Let me know down below who your current top 5 teams are, who your lowest ranked teams are, and if there's any other matchups that you're excited about that I didn't mention. I thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you so soon.